Thank you, Lady Di.
All right.
Thank you, Colin Quinn.
Oh, come on in. Don't worry about being quiet. No, don't even worry about being quiet. Come right in.
All right, we got to go to these guys.
A seat.
We're having a crazy day here.
Oh, my God.
Welcome.
Thank God you guys got here. Thank God you guys got here. No, that's good. If you need to adjust the volume, do you have any volume in there? Because sometimes they just don't do
it's
that.
Pretty, I could even
it sounds good.
Oh, there we go. Oh, turn it down a little.
Lovely.
You know what tonight is? That
no
ringing,
one wants tonight.
Ringing in your ears.
I know the ringing. I don't want it.
No,
it's
you don't
like
want the
someone's
ringing.
thinking about me all the time in my head.
That hates you.
Yes, that hates me. My ears are ringing. It must be. No.
Somebody smells really good.
Oh,
Me.
Thank you.
It's really nice. It's a delightful
He
scent.
smells like an angel.
Yeah.
Like an angel.
You know, it's the one thing we can control, guys, right?
That is
our
true.
smells.
Yes, our scent. Our scent. Are you wearing anything special or just clean?
Just clean.
Just clean guy?
Lots and lots of deodorant.
That's
lots of
good.
reapplication.
Oh, reapplying throughout the day.
during the day.
Secrets.
That's good.
Yep.
Learning secrets.
Learning some secrets.
I kind of like when a woman doesn't wear deodorant. I always wear. No, I'm telling you, there's something sexy about that. If a woman doesn't wear it, I kind of like.
You like a little musk?
Yeah.
Wow.
I do.
All the time? Like when you're out to dinner or?
Yeah, it doesn't matter to me.
wow.
My ex-girlfriend wore it one time. It smelled so bad that like I saw someone do a double take when they walked by.
Like, were you just like, yeah?
Yeah, it was really. I quite enjoyed it. I was like, good for you. And she was humiliated.
Wow.
But I enjoyed it.
I
fantastic.
feel that you're the first person that said that. Like, that will always
Yeah.
be my special memory
Really?
of you.
Oh yeah, no. There's
makes
plenty
sense.
of people that
You just like a dirty pit.
yeah, a little bit.
A clammy pit. Okay.
Yeah, but on a man, it's probably gross. I get why a woman wouldn't want that on a guy.
Yeah.
Disgusting. So you,
But on a woman. Mwah.
Yeah, that's
yeah, it
little,
smells.
little something extra.
Could be
smells
a
nice.
major turnoff, though.
Nice.
It smells not right.
Yeah, I don't know.
You know what I mean?
But I guess you're married. I
How
mean,
did we get here?
I don't know. I just
Great.
She smelled good.
This is a good.
Yeah.
How you do?
Oh, yeah. Fine, how do you do?
I mean, really.
Is it nice to go on tour together and kind of like plug, or is it?
Yeah, it's nice. I mean, if we're weird. We like to be together all the time.
Can you imagine
so.
if I was like,
That is
no.
weird.
Somebody get me out
That's
of
a
here.
strange thing for
This
a
is a
married
nightmare.
No, it's
Yeah.
it's been really fun. We just got in last night, right? So
Yeah, last night.
kind of a quick whirlwind, fun time.
Yeah, it's weird because people always like to get away from their spouse and they go out and like you hear. But I guess it's nice if you enjoy each other.
Yeah, we
Yeah, we enjoy each other, so it's been good.
we do. Apparently, we don't get. See, he's a really mellow guy, so I think that helps. We don't seem to get sick of each other.
Yeah.
Maybe this show is where it all turns around.
This could be a good jump off point for getting sick of
We've
each
driven a
other.
lot
It
of
was
people to
never,
divorce.
It was never the same.
Yeah.
Started
It
about
was
midway
just
through the
after
show.
that how long have you been married, though?
This will be
Coming on 9 years.
Coming on 9 years.
Oh,
Yeah.
man. Yeah, that is a cracking point.
Probably.
That's really 8 and 3/4 years.
That's
This is when
about
it's-
as long as I lasted. 9 years.
We've been together like 12, like 13.
Yeah.
So
We were incompatible after 9 years, me and my wife.
it just changed.
You were incompatible after
Yeah.
Hold on, you were incompatible your wedding night. You've said it.
Well, that's true.
He cried on his
I
wedding
didn't
night.
like that. Yeah.
After he got
That
married, he
And it wasn't because it was a beautiful moment.
You got married and then burst out crying?
It was
That
the
night.
kind of tears of regret that you know.
Oh, my
Yeah. I was like, oh no, did I
None
do
of
this?
that before? You had none of that feeling
Oh,
leading
I
up to it?
knew. I knew. I was on that roller coaster thing where you get up to the top and it's like, I can't get off now. I should have gotten off. I should have just jumped.
Yes,
It was-
apparently.
You should
Yeah.
have listened to those
At least I
tears.
got out of it fast.
Did
9 years.
Did you cry publicly, or was it a solo
It was a very
cry?
private moment. It was just me and my wife, and she was passed out drunk, so she didn't see it. It was our wedding night.
Gosh.
Marriage wasn't
romance.
consummated that evening because
Oh,
of
my God.
alcohol.
There's that.
Yeah.
Have you gone on other radio shows where people have just kind of opened up and begun to break down in front of you?
This is the first.
Yeah.
It's a real. We're learning about sense.
9
and,
yeah,
and
9 years though.
breakdowns.
That is kind of a tricky time. That was when I decided I wanted to have sex with other girls.
There's that. Sure.
And that will usually throw a little monkey wrench into a marriage.
It's probably not great for a marriage. imagine.
No, especially one that was never good from day one. It was like really bad. I bought my engagement ring at a jewelry store in Penn Station on my way up to propose. I was like, I gotta do this. It was really bad.
It was an old Pepsi pull tab.
Yes, it was one of those
like
one size fits all, like the gumball machine with the split bottom, so you could.
I don't want to make this a depressing interview.
I know, what the hell?
Let's talk about genocide.
Yeah, enough about me.
There's the upswing.
You people talk about me for a while.
How did you guys meet?
We met at the Groundlings Theater. We met in an improv class. And Ben did like a really super creepy guy in prison.
I was so creepy. I did an inmate. I was like, because I didn't know. I was like, oh, I'll do a monologue. Oh, I'll be an inmate. And I'm like, hi, Jerry. And I thought it would be maybe sort of funny, and nobody did. But then there's Melissa, and she's sort of smiling. And I was like, hey, one person likes this.
For some reason, I was like, hey, that guy's super creepy. I think I'm going to marry him.
That's my kind of guy.
It was really odd. And for some reason, I was like, he's odd. No, he will be mine.
He will be mine.
They have like an amazing history of comic talent around too.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I think they kind of get overlooked because everybody talks about like Second City, who are great, but people don't talk about the Groundlings as much as they should.
It just so many people. I mean, Phil Hartman and Will Ferrell and Sherry O'Terry and Kristen Wiig and Annie Momolo. Like it's pretty crazy.
Who are these people?
I'm just naming family members. My Aunt Marlene, my Aunt Uncle Jerry, Little Tim, Big Tim, Big Little Tim.
So you were just kind of doing like improv scenes there?
Yeah, you start kind of doing improvising, and then as you move up in classes, you start writing, and that's where it's kind of gets crazy because it was the first time I ever wrote anything, and they literally say, go out in the hallway, you have 5 minutes, and write a monologue. Here's your topic.
Wow,
and it
damn!
Was I was like, what?
And hers is really good. I was like, what? What? I'm doing creepy inmates over here.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was good. I was afraid to write it, so I would just kind of stand there with a blank page and I would improvise.
And just wing it and be like, I wrote some good stuff here.
I was too nervous because I was like, I don't know how to write. So I literally would just stand there with a fake page. And then Ben was the only one that when I sat back down, he goes, I know your page is blank. I know what game you're running.
I write very light in pencil. You just didn't see it.
That's better to do, though. That's so smart because you can just kind of go anywhere you want to and just act like it was a part of
and
what
it'll
you meant.
seem brilliant, like you wrote it.
Yeah.
Did you write in that stuttering and just staring for 30 seconds?
Yes. Yes. It's a series of dashes and stars.
Came off as very uncomfortable.
It almost seemed like you had no idea what you were going to say. She really does awkward well.
I was doing a scene in acting class, and it was just so like you're doing a scene and you're like, oh my God, this is terrible and unbelievable, and they're all just silently humiliated for me.
Ooh,
yeah, it's really awkward.
I mean, for sure. I mean, we've
there's
tanked
nothing quite like tanking
at the Groundlings. I mean, and comedy. I mean, comedy's so honest. You're just out there.
Yeah.
Like, here's the part where people should theoretically be laughing, and you're looking at me like you'd love to slaughter me.
And it's when you try harder because you're like, this one's gonna kill him, and then it's just all you feel is like thick hate coming out. We've done stuff where, like, literally as the lights came up, I don't know why, but like in rehearsals, like, this is so funny. The lights came up for a live audience, and the second those lights come up, you think, there's nothing funny about this.
You're like, oh,
and
God.
now I'm in for 4 minutes, and I've got a stupid wig on and like a crazy outfit, and the audience you just see arms crossing and people like just shaking their head and hating your guts, and you're like, oh, there's no way to make it quicker.
Yep,
it's got to be almost over. Okay, that was 10 seconds.
Yep.
No, it's just sketchy.
It's just eternity.
It's so hard because you can't get out of it. You can't say. I go on SNL, like, I'm like, what do you do if it's bombing? You just got to commit to it.
You got to keep going.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Right, because it seems like a stand-up. Could you kind of like, you're like, oh, this whole thing seems weird. I'm going to go this way or that way. And in the sketch, you're theoretically pretending to be this person. So unless you're saying, you tell the audience, I am no longer this person. I'm no longer doing this.
Do not acknowledge the previous person that I was. Yeah, because Jimmy talks about doing stand-up and how if it's not going well, you can just you could acknowledge that it's not going well.
Yeah,
you could change direction.
Right.
The old thanks, good night.
Or just bail, right?
Or you can just really cleanse yourself and turn on them. That's always really satisfying when you can just blame them. But if you're in a scene, man, that's really difficult.
Yeah. You don't know what it's like to be up here.
Yeah, like that works. Tom Hanks in Punchline. That's what most stand-up is like.
Yikes!
It's real. It's real, guys.
Are you still doing Mike and Molly?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I go back in about three or 4 weeks.
How many years is that for you guys?
This will be going into our 5th year.
Wow.
Yeah.
That went fast.
That's a nice group. There's a good stand-up. Mr. Billy Gardell. What a dreamboat. He's just a nice guy.
Yeah, he's like
every day later, he comes in his like beautiful 1950s car, usually playing nothing earlier than like, I don't even know if he dabs into the 60s. Like it's like something from the 1950s in his car. And then every day, literally, he's like, well, they let me on the lot again. Like, just everyday surprise. He's like, look at this. The card still works.
Right.
Like, he's about the best guy in the world, so.
But that's a true stand-up. Just never believing anything is actually happening. That's good. The actors are all buying homes in season 1, and he's like, oh, fuck it, a $300 a month rent until we're in syndication. You know, that's just the comic. You keep expecting things to fall apart.
Yeah,
they usually do.
The worst.
Yeah.
Expect the worst.
Was that your first major gig or no?
No, not on TV. I had a little part on a show that ran for 7 years called Gilmore Girls. So little tiny part on it, but it was nice steady work for 7 years. So that was like my first job where I'm like, oh my God, I get a paycheck every week.
On a TV talk show, that would have gotten an applaud right there, though, where it's like, on a show, Gilmore Girls, woo! And it's like, yeah, thank you. Yeah, I would have gotten that, like, Tonight Show or something. Yeah. You remember the Gilmore Girls?
Thank you, I guess. I love when people come out and want that applause right away. And they pause before the clap. I'm always like, oh, don't do that.
Sometimes applause are so awkward. The worst is the Happy Days character coming on, like Chachi or somebody. Come on. Hey, Mr. C, woo! And they gotta stand there, kind of look around, but still be in character.
I feel like what was the dad's name? Tom Bosley?
Yeah.
Would literally like tip of the old hat. Just break character, not even try to be like, he literally took a bow. I was like, all right.
There's that one, and then there's the weird thing that doesn't happen these days in music, but in like the 70s, the middle of the song applause.
Really?
Where it was like Barry Manilow, it would be dun, 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 I write the songs that woo, and everyone would applaud in the middle of the song, like when he changed key or something, and it was like, why would they do this?
You're ruining the melody.
Yeah,
ruining the melody.
And I really did like I Write the Songs.
But really, if Barry was here and singing, I would applaud all the way through.
You Light Up My Life was another middle of the song applause. Dun, dun, and you. I love you, Barry. Wait for the end. They couldn't even wait for the end.
Happy Days and Barry Manilow. You couldn't be on a more pop culture relevant radio show.
Look at me. Yes. I'm on a virtual super train of... No? They remember that show?
I do. I do, actually.
Now we just talked about Angie Dickinson and really round it out.
Yes.
How sexy was she in Dressed to Kill, though? When she dropped that glove and the guy waved it, and then they had sex, and then she got killed in the elevator?
Sexier when OJ dropped the glove.
So you're
and we're back.
Yes. Thank you.
What is the movie about? 'Cause we only have a few minutes with you.
Oh, Tammy. Yeah, that's why we're here. Tammy is hello. Ben and I wrote this. We worked on about 5 or 6 years, and it's about my character, Tammy, that basically cannot get out of her way and hates her job, hates her marriage, kind of is in this terrible little town. And we figured, how hard does she have to get hit to kind of get off the hamster wheel? So we hit her pretty hard, take away her job, kind of take away every single thing, and she's got to get out of town. And the only one with a car is her drunk, alcoholic grandmother, played by the delightful Susan Sarandon. And we hit the road.
Yeah.
And go see Kathy Bates.
Yeah, you get to see Kathy Bates.
And Dan Aykroyd and Allison Janney. And it's
a really
kind of
funny
cast.
It's a funny, wild, thing.
Why did it take 5 years? Were you guys just kind of taking your time with it, or is it hard for anybody just to
Lazy.
get something
We were
made?
just we took long breaks.
Busy.
We did like
Jeez.
one word a day, so it kind of took
I need a break.
No, we started it, when we had the idea, and then it took a while before anybody was like, yeah, we'll read it. So when they were finally ready, we were like, yes, we actually have something.
But even if you have troubles getting stuff read, that's just depressing for the rest of us. 'Cause if you have to go through the hoops, none of us have a shot.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, no way.
You got to get some clout first.
I gotta get
you
some
got some clout. That's what happened.
Are you handling all the success well? Because you're like in the last 5 or 6 years, you're really through the roof.
It's pretty delightful. It's nice to work. I just always wanted to work steadily and to stop worrying about my electric bill and stop looking in my couch for random change to fill up my tank. So the fact that I'm just going to use my ATM. I can go and fill up gas without
I bet there's even money in it.
Hot sweat of panic.
Thank you for answering my fucking old grandmother question that I asked. Oh boy, you're going through the roof. How has it been treating you? I should be executed. You fucking asshole. Zilch.
And you pretty much...
He was giving me hot milk while he was asking me that question. Just a little tiny sips of warm milk.
Nana.
Yeah, you look chilly. All right, so they
got to go.
Oh, yes. You're promoting.
Listen, guys.
So
It's really delightful, though.
Tammy is in theaters next Wednesday, July 2nd. You don't even need much help plugging it. Obviously, your films always do well.
That's a good date
plug
movie,
it. Don't
right?
say it like that. That's almost like, don't go. Who cares?
Son of a bitch.
Good date movie.
There you go.
Great date movie.
See, it really is.
People don't want to go to
There's
scary
explosives,
movies and
there's
stuff like that. They want
romance,
to
there's
go to a
comedy.
nice romance, a funny thing.
See?
Exactly.
Perfect.
If
Like
people
it.
like nudity, tell them there's nudity. But if they don't, tell them there's none.
Tell them there's none. Yeah. But don't tell them it's Kathy Bates, even though she was nude in one movie.
Yeah, she
Yes.
was.
And she did very
The
well.
Nicholson movie.
Great.
Yeah.
About Schmidt.
Yeah.
She's so great.
She was great
Yeah.
in Misery. What a great
Oh,
sociopath.
Misery is fantastic. Yeah.
Was
She's
she a-
bionic. She's bionic. Truly.
Powerhouse.
I'm really going out on a limb saying Misery was fantastic.
Yeah, we really
Look out. I
yeah,
take chances.
Yeah, we're really good. I said
Great.
the Groundlings were funny, and your career is going well. Well, you heard it here, folks.
We ought to get TMZ on the phone and start telling them this stuff.
Yeah.
It's
We're
crazy.
really breaking the fucking. Well, thank you guys. We apologize for this.
Oh, God.
Melissa and Ben, thank you very much.
Very cool
Thank
having
you.
you. Thanks.
Thank you,
Thank
guys.
you.
All right, bye.